Hi there. I'm coming to you again from my sewing room, which has been kind of dull lately with my arm situation. But I wanted to show a few quilts. These will be at the quilt show in Wisconsin. My granddaughter was here on Saturday and she helped hang these for me, and so I could show them off for you. And I thought after I got them hung up, three of them have something in common, which I guess you'll see as we talk about them. First of all, this is called Outhouse Symphony, movement number 2. It's a funny little quilt that I came into my mind by being in a group where we do 12 by 12s. And at the time when I did the 12 by 12, the theme was something about houses. And so I decided I would make dancing outhouses. And then after they were dancing, my husband suggested that maybe we could get some little poo buttons and add to the quilt. Now the poo buttons are entirely optional, but when we have these at a quilt show, often people will want to buy just a little bag of buttons. So that's just a humorous little quilt that you could use in your bathroom or in your cabin, anywhere, just for fun. This quilt is another these are all wall quilts. This is another wall quilt. In one video I talked about the Presto Link quilts. This is another Presto Link quilt. There are 3 sections and they are linked together with beads. I wanted to do something, I don't know, just sort of for Valentine's Day or just for fun. So I put the words "Love One Another" on with applique hearts, and the reason this one goes with this one, goes with this one, is that there are 3 quilts here that all have applique words. And if you look at the words, you will notice the letters are all linked together. They're all in one word. They've been hooked together. Here's another one that I did with applique words. This is my Christmas quilt, or I use it at Christmas time. It's called The Gift. For God so loved the world. It's quick and easy to make. These are all half square triangles or squares. And you make the background and then add some applique on in the words and in the manger scene. So it can be made pretty quickly, and I've seen it in other colors and it looked very nice. Finally, this is, let's see, what's the name of this quilt? Never judge a book by its movie. What's the name of this quilt, dear? Do you remember? The book. Well, let me see if I have it on the bottom. Oh, it's called Good Books. It's a good thing that we put the name of each quilt on our quilts. This is Good Books. My husband and I love to read. We read quite a bit, and a few years ago I made him a quilt with different words on it, but it had the books that he particularly liked on it. And then I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I think I'll make another one and use, I took it to the library. That was it. I took one to the library and I told the librarian, I have made this quilt for my husband and I would like to make one for the library, but I don't know if you have a better saying to put on the quilt. And she said, how about never judge a book by its movie? I said, that's perfect. So this actually belongs to our Speedway Public Library. But luckily for me, they allow me to take this to quilt shows and use it as a sample. I keep thinking I'm going to make another one and I haven't done done it yet. But these are some of our favorite books or some of his favorite books, and you could put your own favorite books on here. These have just been done with a permanent marker or a, I'm pretty sure these are all permanent markers or ink that's supposed to not come off. So, in order to find out how to do these words on a quilt, these are very easy to do. They are done with freezer paper and your fabric, and then under your fabric you have fusible, like paperback fusible web. And I have directions on my website. I have a little tutorial called Word Applique the Easy Way. It's also included in the patterns. I don't think I did an actual YouTube video, but I do have the directions on how to do it, and it's not terribly hard at all, as long, again, as if you try to do individual letters, it's harder to cut that out, each letter, and have it line up nicely. But if you put the letters together in like cursive writing, then you can cut them out easily, fuse them down, and then I stitch them. You probably can't see. I stitch them with a straight stitch on each edge. I'm not going to wash these anyway, but that will just make sure that they stay down and they won't come up if it ever gets wet or if it gets moved or something like that. So these 4 will be going to Wisconsin when we go to the quilt show in just a little bit, September 5th, 6th, and 7th at Madison, Wisconsin, at the Alliant Energy Center. We are in booth 103, 104, and if you don't see us there, these are always available on my website too as patterns. Thanks for watching us.